Buhari's visit to Ogun State. The President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has assured the people of Ogun State that the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, Ota Idiroko Road, and Shagamu-Ogijo Road will receive urgent intervention of the current administration. He gave the assurance at the commissioning of the Gateway City Gate at Shagamu Interchange in Ogun State. Tunde Olaniro reports.
Gateway City Gate is a legacy project of the Prince Abeokuta administration. It's a monument that signifies the unity of Ogun State. Gateway City Gate is one of the numerous projects that President Muhammadu Buhari is commissioning. The Gateway City Gate is the brainchild of the current administration in Ogun State, meant to serve as a park of unity and a rallying point for welcoming visitors to the state. And the responsibility of commissioning of such a monument fell on President Muhammadu Buhari. At a later reception, the governor of Ogun State, Prince Abeokuta, provided a panoramic view of the 5 projects scheduled for commissioning, adding that the Gateway City Gate is an iconic monument that not only beautifies the environment but reflects a new approach to governance in the state.
In the same vein, the Shagamu Interchange, Abeokuta Road, which is 42 kilometers in length and is a main arterial road that leads into our capital city, is a dual carriageway with street lights, median and other road furniture. This road, though a federal road, was redesigned and reconstructed to address the daily challenges being experienced by commuters and to make commuting between the state capital and that part of the state and indeed the rest of the country safe, secure and a pleasant experience.
He noted that his administration's aggressive housing project is aimed at delivering 2,500 units of houses by the end of 4 years.
The establishment of the Ogun State Investment Promotion Agency, the Business Environment Council, which provides a truly one-stop shop for big investors and also removes bottlenecks in dealing with government establishment. The Ogun State Enterprise Development Agency, which serves to strengthen micro, small and medium enterprises and boost their capacities. All these have led to an increased IGR in the year 2021, a COVID year, of about 100 billion naira. This, Mr. President, is the highest Ogun State has ever achieved since its creation.
President Muhammadu Buhari gave a pass mark to Prince Abeokuta, applauding the quality of the project.
I am particularly impressed by the quality and standard of your road projects and the creative way you have deployed resources to reconstruct and rehabilitate them. Your Excellency, well done.
He also highlighted the intervention of the federal government in road projects in Ogun State.
I would also consider approval of the reconstruction of Shagamu Ogijo Road by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company under tax credit scheme.
High point of the reception was the presentation of the key to the Gateway City Gate, which formalized the long-time honorary indigenship of Ogun State on the president. From Gateway City Gate Interchange is Tunde Olaniro reporting for Ogtv News.
Earlier, President Buhari was at the newly constructed Ijebu-Ode-Epe Road, one of the projects also commissioned by him. The 14-kilometer road now provides easy access to Epe in Lagos and its environs, as well as opens the access to more socio-economic development. Bumi Adegun reports.
The tape has been cut and the plaque unveiled officially. Now Ijebu-Ode-Mojoda-Epe Road is ready for use.
see the president now, the president of Nigeria, in commemoration of
Governor Dapo Abiodun, while introducing the road, said it is one of the dreams of his administration and expressed happiness it has come to fruition.
This road construction commenced February 2020. We completed it 14 months afterwards. I was determined, Your Excellency, that by the grace of God, you will be here to commission it. And today we are keeping that date with this.
The atmosphere was electric. The people of Ijebu-Ode and Odo-Ogbolu, who are close beneficiaries of the road, and by extension Ogun State, converged on this road to appreciate Governor Dapo Abiodun and President Muhammadu Buhari for making the day historic.
That actually encourage developments all over. People are coming home to build. The economy of the environment has improved greatly.
We are very happy as an indigenous of Ogun East Senatorial District. This is a giant project, and this is a legacy that will be remembered for a very long time.
Mr. Abeokuta has not only rehabilitated, he has dualized the road. He's made it a first-class road. This is first-class job on this road.
Unless you know the state of this road before, you won't appreciate what we are doing today. But our people are so happy.
Other eminent Nigerians said the road has been long overdue, and the vision of Governor Dapo Abiodun to put it to use needed to be commended.
We're also creating an Ijebu economic development cluster that boasts of about 10,000 hectares of industrial land.
It has been long overdue. We have been expecting this particular. From Lagos to Ijebu now, it's just under 20 minutes.
Laudable development. This will open up this area to economic development.
So transporting their goods down to Lagos is now made very, very easy.
That our governor, President Abeokuta, has come to fix this road, has placed us this road on the same level with that done by Lagos State government. We give thanks to God.
The Ijebu-Ode Mojoda Ekpe Road is now a standard 2-lane double carriageway with reinforced concrete-lined drains, median, walkway, street lights, box culverts, and a 14-plaza toll gate, among other appurtenances. A link between Ogun and Lagos with over 30 communities on the corridor. In the same vein, President Muhammadu Buhari unveiled the 42-kilometer road between Shagamu and Lagos State, which has been adjudged the best in the country, given its modern furniture. The Abeokuta-Shagamu Interchange Road, the ceremonial route to the gateway state capital, Ibara, Kuto, MKO, Abiola Stadium, Okemoson, Ladering, Kobakpe-Shiun to Shagamu Interchange, links the Lagos-Shagamu Expressway to Lagos. Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
Still on the commissioning of projects by President Buhari, the people of Kobakpe, a sleepy community along Abeokuta-Shagamu Interchange Expressway, also had a rare opportunity of seeing President Muhammadu Buhari. They were out in good number to welcome the president at the commissioning of the Prince Court Estate at a 527 units of 2-bedroom bungalows. Elizabeth Esson was there and now reports.
527 units of 2-bedroom bungalows in Kobakpe, one of the legacy projects of Prince Dapo Abiodun in Ogun State, under the Share Development pillars, ready for commissioning by President Muhammadu Buhari. And according to one of the signposts here, it's indeed bringing the world to Ogun State. Prince Court Estate, Kobakpe, is the Ogun State government-driven affordable housing scheme and is deliberately located here to further drive development along Abeokuta-Shagamu Interchange Express Road. Full of joy and appreciation, the people of Kobakpe in Obafemi Owode local government were fully on the ground to welcome President Muhammadu Buhari to the commissioning of the 527 units of 2-bedroom bungalow. Some of those who spoke with Ogtv News crew said the location of the estate will bring development to the community and the local government.
We are happy for the opportunity given us in Obafemi Owode local government because the estate will open up Kobakpe and its environs.
When we are talking about small London, the estate here has turned this place to small London.
Lands sold for 300 to 350,000 naira before. With this estate and road are now sold in millions of naira. People from far away do come to buy farm produce in Kobakpe, but with this estate, it will further project the community to the whole world.
The State Commissioner for Housing, Jagumolu Jamiu Omoni, confirmed that the housing units, which are equipped with necessary facilities, are in fulfillment of Prince Dakwa Abiodun's assurance to provide residents with affordable housing.
The policy of Prince Dakwa Abiodun's administration in Ogun State to provide affordable shelter for our citizens and those who are not citizens of Ogun State that want to live, work, and play in Ogun State. We believe that housing is a right of every citizen and not a privilege. And we realize the need to provide these houses for our people on affordable basis. And that's why the state government has so much invested in this. In the total, we've done over 1,500 within 2 years of administration. And our projection is that by end of this term, the first term, we target to do 2,500 housing units.
President Muhammadu Buhari, in company of Governor Dakwa Abiodun and other top government functionaries, performed the commissioning of the estate. Elizabeth Esson, Ogtv News.
Meanwhile, President Buhari's last port of call was the first phase of the King's Court estate at Okemoson, Abeokuta. Similar to previous places, it was given a rousing welcome. Aman Fora Adesonwu completes the report.
The joy of the cross-section of the people of Ogun State knew no bounds as they converged in large number to give the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, a rousing welcome at the King's Court Estate, Abeokuta. President Buhari, accompanied by top-notchers of his cabinet, was ushered into the King's Court Estate by Governor Dakwa Abiodun, where he unveiled the flag before inspecting the prototype of the units.
Observed this 13th January 2022. I am very pleased and grateful.
It was cheers all through as the President and his host governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, departed the King's Court Estate, comprising 31 units, in just about 8 minutes of arrival. The managing director of State Property and Investment Corporation, OPIC, architect Abiodun Fari, said the company has realized 25% of its investment as profit, while all the 31 units have been sold out.
We were oversubscribed even before we started roofing the units, and this is first of this kind in the state. We've started the second phase, which is more for the middle income and low income earners. This is for high income earners because they are detached houses. We call them villas, 5-bedroom villas. Each unit has 5 bedrooms, all en suite, and a 1-bedroom attached boys' quarters, So that is what makes the buildings very unique.
The chairman of Abeokuta North Local Government, Prince Ayoride, said the project has attracted quality people to Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital.
It's a very, very good one from the governor to have been very thoughtful and not to have centralized his development plans in just one axis. All the 3 senatorial districts are enjoying what the governor is doing.
A transporter, Shoumi, cautioned on judicious use of the facility.
It's going to encourage the industrialists. But if you can even see 2-4 years ago and compare it today, there is a difference.
People need to be more enlightened on how to do all these things, handle them with care, treat them like they actually own it, not the government.
Meanwhile, the managing director of OPIC had revealed that half of the units available for the second phase of the project has also been sold out even before completion. Adefowura Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
And still to come in the news, Nigeria records 395 cases of circulating mutant type 2 of polio virus 6 years after declaration as polio-free. Details and more reports after this break. Don't go away.
I am particularly impressed by the quality and standard of your road projects and the creative way you have deployed resources to reconstruct and rehabilitate them.
Glad to have you back. We are now being joined by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Ogun State, Alhaji Waheed Odushile, to talk about the events of today. Honorable Commissioner, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Commissioner, describe today in the life of this administration.
A beautiful day, a wonderful day, a joyous day, and a memorable day for us in Ogun State, especially for the administration of His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, MFR, the Governor of Ogun State.
Okay, thank you. President Muhammadu Buhari, in his speech, he made so many beautiful remarks about Governor Dapo Abiodun. Tell us the implications.
The president knew what he was talking about. And I dare say, the people of Ogun State agrees with the president, because they have seen what His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun has been doing in the last 30 months. Look at it, the trajectory since he came into office. It has always been an upward swing. Even at the height of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, the president did mention it. That even when things were going bad elsewhere, Ogun State, under Prince Dapo Abiodun, the executive governor of Ogun State, was going up. That itself, from the president, commander-in-chief, it means a lot. It means a lot. The president owes nobody anything other than to tell the truth. And don't forget, the president sits on top of so many information, including information about Ogun State, including information about the governance, about the people, about the leadership in Ogun State. And for him to come out and say, Prince Dapo Abiodun, you are doing well. Prince Dapo Abiodun, you have brought honor to our party, the APC. Prince Dapo Abiodun, you have justified the mandate of your people. It means a lot. It shows that we are doing well. We are doing something. The president said something when he was at the city gate. That city gate was not just a beautification project.
Yeah.
It says a lot about who we are in Ogun State, about our unity. And it mentioned that with the two hands holding that monument, it rhymes with our mantra, of building our future together. So he said, with that alone, Ogun State, something new is happening. No. And indeed, something new is happening. Yeah. I'm sure you know how that place was before the monument. Yeah. It was a den of armed robbers. Yeah. Within 30 months, a visionary leader saw something that others didn't see, and he has turned around that place. It's now a park that people, even before we call it was commissioned, a lot of people have been wanting, and they have been going there. And it's not just about that city gate alone. There are other things. Look at the Shagam interchange, Shiun Abeokuta Road. 2.5 years ago, people knew how that place was. Yeah. Of course, human memories are very short. But then, the discerning few, those who can put two and two together and arrive at a just answer, will tell you that road, and indeed, the president said so. You know one funny thing? The president, when he got to the presidential lodge, later after the event, he made a comment that I've been here before, but it wasn't like this. Mm-hmm. That is better than the way it was when I used to come here. Yeah. That's another statement of fact that shows that something good, something new is happening in Ogun State. Yeah. And you know it yourself. Not just about road infrastructure, look at the health sector, agriculture, education, name it. The 5 pillars, the veteran pillars that His Excellency Prince Abeokuta, MFR, the governor of Ogun State, sought to build the future of the state on. There have been development across the board, all over the states. That was affirmed today by His Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari. We are proud and we are happy that the President did pay all that visit.
I will still take you up on that. Still on the legacy projects. They were delivered under 3 years. What is the magic wand?
Vision, fairness, justice, I would say, and most importantly, honesty. We are honest. The government has always been honest with the people of Ogun State. And he used to say this: we will not promise to do everything because it's not possible. But we do everything that we promised. That is honesty. The governor could have said, oh, I will turn Shagam, Shiun, Abeokuta Road into a super highway, 10 lanes on each side, and people will applaud him. But within him, he will not have much line. I'm sure you know what it used to be. But this governor is saying, hey, this is what I can do for you. And I will do that. And because he has been delivering on his promises, the people believe him. Yes. And the president will believe him. Yeah. The president told us today that it's an example of promises made and promises kept. What else do you need? An endorsement from the leader, the president, commander-in-chief. It shows that Governor Abeokuta is doing something well, better than others. Of course, we have done a lot better than our predecessors. Look at the housing program. The president commissioned the Kobakwe housing, low-income housing estate. Yes, yeah. Today, over 530-something units of houses.
527.
He commissioned the King's Court at Okewoso for the high-income earners. In 2 years, he promised he was going to deliver 2,500 houses in 4 years, in the first instance. Within 2 years, the governor has achieved over 60% of that. That put together is more than what every other administration, all the administrations since February 3rd, 1976, that Ogun State was created. All the administrations put together, up to the last one before he came in, have not achieved that number of housing units in Ogun State. It's something that has not been done before, and we are doing it.
Based on what you have just said, how much more of this project will the people of the state see going forward?
You know, there's this Yoruba saying that you have an idea of how Friday will look like from Thursday. If 2.5 years into a 4-year tenure, we have done this. And we are not resting on our oars. The president charged the governor that the only reward for hard work is more hard work. So within 30 months, we have done this. And we are still telling you we'll do more. If that is the case, of course that is the case, then what else do we expect? Something better. So in the first instance, we are saying 2,500 houses. We are saying revolution in the health sector. There are 236 political wards in Ogun State. The governor has promised, and his promise, of course, he keeps his promises, is that every ward in Ogun State will have a primary health center, such that nobody will have to travel to access health care. As I speak with you, we have run over 100 PSCs within 30 months. And target is to have at least one in each of those 36 wards. You can imagine how that will affect the lives of our people. The governor has distributed ambulances, especially tricycle ambulances, to these PHCs. You know why? Such that nobody will be denied access to healthcare because they couldn't get to that healthcare facility on time, especially our pregnant women. Our pregnant women. There are areas that maybe vehicles, 4-wheel vehicles, will not be able to access, but tricycles will be able to do that.
You're right.
That's why the government is providing that. It's saying our children should not learn with tears, and it's improving classrooms in all our schools, public schools. So these are things that the government has been able to do. Of course, with his team, the governor, his deputy, a formidable team, have been able to do in Ogun State in the last 30 months. Unprecedented. Then you can now begin to extrapolate and look into the future. If today is this, tomorrow can only be better.
With what you have just said now, in what ways can the people of the state reciprocate the value of these projects?
You know, the governor is a man of peace. He has been preaching peace. I think, just mere looking at what the government is doing, if we begin to emulate him, I think we have a better society in Ogun State. And why do I say so? The government preaches fairness, he has been practicing it. He preaches inclusiveness, he has been practicing it. He preaches honesty, respect for the rule of law. He has been doing all those things. If you and I also adhere by those principles, our society will be better. The governor said he is the governor of Ogun State, not a section of Ogun State. And that he will not develop any section of Ogun State at the expense of the other. That is fairness. You can see it from the foreign projects of this administration, even if it is voted. Ogun East, Ogun West, Ogun Central. No part of this state has not felt the revolution that Governor Abeokuta has brought into governance in Ogun State, especially in the area of provision of facilities for our people. So if all of us will embrace that alone, and remember that we want to build our future together. We are indeed building our future together. And a big out and Josh Igbuwan. Our society will be better.
Okay. Lastly, for my honorable commissioner, one thing is key: maintenance culture. What do you have to say to this? With all the infrastructures we have in place.
You know, I was listening to a radio program earlier today. I don't know which of the stations, but there are many of them in Abeokuta now in particular. And somebody mentioned something about Japan. The culture inherent in the people, implanted in them since youth. That everybody will have to take responsibility for the waste it generates. That you don't just take, let's say, a can of soft drink or a bottle of plastic bottle of soft drink and throw it out anywhere. Once you finish, you keep it until you get to where you can be properly disposed. That is part of their culture. There was a sporting event some years back involving the Japanese and another team from another country. It's not the fact that the Japanese were rooting for their own team. They lost. Of course, they generated so much waste in the process of watching that event. It's not the fact that they lost. When they were leaving, they tidied up the place. That is part of their culture. What I'm saying is that we need to internalize this thing about maintenance right from our homes. Okay. Once we know that this thing has to be done this way, we begin to teach our kids right from youth. Okay. That you don't just do things anyhow. We'll get there one day.
Amen. Thanks so much, Honorable Commissioner, for coming. And we appreciate your coming and for spending your time with us. We pray that next time, when we call on you, you will surely oblige. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
The news continues. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, has inaugurated a 23-man governing board of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Boss Mustafa charged members to eradicate corruption totally, as government will not hesitate to sanction all infractions.
You cannot be an agency that is supposed to pretend over the fight of corruption and to be found indulging in the same malice. That should be far away from this board, because that would hurt the credibility and the essence of the establishment of the commission. And you are the ones that are pivotally assigned the responsibility of creating a new image for Nigeria. And your actions and activities will help in no small measure in helping Nigeria redeem its image.
That was Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Gida Mustafa, during the inauguration of the board of EFCC. A federal high court in Abuja has ordered the interim forfeiture of 110.4 million naira traced to the bank account of one Mr. James Iruboye and 7 other suspects by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission for allegedly being proceeds of crime. In an ex parte motion filed by Rahim Adeshino on behalf of ICPC before Justice D. Okorowa, the commission further prayed for an order of interim forfeiture of a Toyota Lexus and a Toyota Venza SUV, including an iPad device. According to a statement on Thursday by the ICPC spokesperson, Mrs. Azuka Ugugwa, the properties were seized by the anti-graft agency from Iruboye and his accomplices, who were alleged to have benefited from the over 550 million naira illicit fund stashed in the account of a primary school teacher, Mrs. Roslyn Igbuha. After 222 days, Nigerians woke up to Twitter fully operating on its platform. The ban lifted on Twitter by the federal government has generated reactions as our reporter Adebola Oshomoje reports people's opinions on Twitter handling. A report.
Taking back the memory lane, the federal government on June 4, 2021, announced the suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria after the social media platform deleted a post by President Muhammadu Buhari claiming the presidency violated a policy of the company. After 222 days of losses in the region of 546.5 billion naira, the federal government has finally lifted the ban of its operations in the country. Meanwhile, some stakeholders who spoke with Ogtv News crew expressed their opinions on the development.
So a lot of activities has resumed. The issue of losing about 90 million naira within 1 hour has stopped, and every businesses, everything has to continue.
Freedom of expression is under the African Charter for Women and People's Rights. Freedom of expression is under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948. It's an international right. So I don't envisage a situation in which another government in future will come and ban Twitter.
When it was first banned, a lot of people really showed their, they didn't like it. They really reacted, and it's good that the federal government has now deemed it that the ban should be lifted. It's an opportunity for each and every individual to go there now and see what they can be able to do and continue to benefit what they have been benefiting, from Twitter.
Without Twitter, we've lost so many things. The ease of doing business. In fact, general communication all over the world and general adverts that has no borders. That's what we missed. But we thank God we're back now.
Some of them described it as a good step in the right direction.
It's working, yeah, it's working.
Okay. For a while, I've not been able to, push my content on Twitter and meet people on Twitter again. So now it's actually going to be going back to Twitter, and it's exciting because I love Twitter. It's been so painful, man, after a whole lot of days. And then I'm just glad that it's back, though. I feel so excited that at least we can use our favorite app again.
So it's a win-win. The government would gain back their confidence from the populace, and so businesses would also use the platform to generate income.
Without Twitter, life move on. But then you can still tell that Twitter and every other social media is quite different. A whole lot can happen in the street of Twitter. And now that it's back, it's going to make a whole lot of things make sense now.
I'm super excited. So I tried last night, but it's not working. So you told me to try this morning, so I'm super excited that it's working now.
By and large, Twitter handle was described as one of the popular social medium with many Nigerians. Adebola Oshomoji, Ogtv News.
The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency on Thursday announced that Nigeria has officially reported 395 cases of the circulating mutant poliovirus type 2 across 27 states and the Federal Capital Territory. This is as the agency added that the CMPV2 outbreaks were caused by immunity gaps in children. According to the media, Nigeria was certified wild poliovirus free by the World Health Organization and allies following the fact that the country reported its last case of the wild poliovirus in 2016. The NPHCDA, in a statement signed by its executive director, Faisal Shuaib, further explained that the suspension of immunization programs due to the COVID-19 pandemic has further created new immunity gaps which have led to new outbreaks. Up next is business news when we return from this break.
You're welcome to the business news. The Nigerian economy lost about 546.5 billion naira in the 222 days that the government banned Twitter operations in the country. According to the NetBlock's cost of shutdown too, Nigeria lost about 104.02 million naira, equivalent of $250,600 every hour to the ban, bringing the daily losses to 2.46 billion naira. The report also showed that at the end of Wednesday, when the ban was lifted, it was 5,328 hours in the 222 days since the social networking site was blocked, and about 546.5 billion naira was already lost by the economy. Meanwhile, the United States government, through the U.S. mission in Nigeria, has welcomed the restoration of Twitter's services by the federal government of Nigeria. The U.S. mission in Nigeria, in a statement on Thursday, expressed satisfaction with the development, saying social media was a vital tool for expression and economic growth. The Nigerian government had lifted the hashtag Twitter ban following the agreement reached with the organization to set up its office in Nigeria, pay tax to the Nigerian government, and put in place measures to address abuse of the community role by users. The International Monetary Fund says cryptocurrencies' high volatility and valuation, as well as their increasing co-movement with equity market, would soon pose risk to financial stability in countries with widespread crypto adoption. The IMF disclosed this in a blog post titled "Crypto Prices Move More in Sync with Stocks Posing New Risks." According to the Chainasis 2021 Global Crypto Adoption Index, Nigeria is the 6th leading country in the world in terms of cryptocurrency adoption. Vietnam, India, and Pakistan are the top 3 countries. IMF said in the latest post that crypto assets were no longer on the sidelines of the financial system, adding that there was an increasing and sizable co-movement between crypto and equity market that could cause shock to stabilizing financial market. The controller at Apapa Area 1 Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, Yusuf Malanta, has disclosed that goods worth over 245 billion naira were exported through Apapa port in the outgone year 2021. Speaking on Thursday at a meeting to acquaint the media of activities of the command last year, Malanta also said that the federal government has set a target of 4.1 trillion naira. According to him, sustained trade facilitation strategies put in place had positive impact on export trade through Apapa port. And finally, on the business news tonight, the international oil benchmark Brent crude climbed above $84 per barrel on Wednesday on tight supply and easing concerns about the potential impact of Omicron coronavirus variant on demand. Brent, against which Nigeria's crude oil is priced, rose by $1.42 to $85.14 per barrel as of 7 p.m. Nigerian time. The senior market analyst, Jeffrey Halley, said in a note that Brent could move towards $100 per barrel this quarter. And that's the end of the business news tonight. Many thanks for watching. Back to Bukola for other segments of the news.